What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit. Spawning here in the top left-hand corner of the map, playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's very well known in the StarCraft 2 Pro scene, is continuing to grow throughout the circuit. His name is Reynor. And his opponent spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He's currently the best player on the planet and wants to continue showing everyone that he is exactly that. His name is Serral. So, guys and girls, game number 1 here in this best of 5 series that was played at the WCS spring event was one of the semifinal matchups of that tournament. So I am extremely excited to see exactly what happens here shortly, because this tournament has been absolutely awesome so far. I've been really excited with, and you know, it's been a great tournament to cast. But I'm excited about this one because we have two of, you know, the best Zerg players out there in the world. You know, just absolutely incredible players. Reynor, of course, is kind of still on the come up. You have Serral, who has already made his name known throughout the scene. And I'm excited to see what both these players decide to do here in the early stages of the game. It seems like hatch gas pool openers are going to be coming out of both these players. You'll see at the top left-hand corner of the production tab. See that a lot of times with the ZvZ matchup, lots of people, you know, knock the ZvZ matchup as one that's, you know, not very exciting, but I find it to be a very intense matchup and a lot of fun to watch, to say the least. I really do like seeing, you know, just kind of what both players are, you know, decide to do. And there's a lot of times throughout the course of the game where it just gets so intense regarding like exactly what these, you know, what these players decide to do, and it kind of, you know, the things that change up over the course of the matchup. But there's just things that happen all over the map, and that's what makes it so exciting, at least for me. To watch and cast, is just you know, exactly that. So, does look like we are going to see a couple of queens coming out of both players. We are going to see Serral getting his metabolic boost upgrade a little bit quicker than Reynor. But that said, he'll have his Zergling speed upgrade here relatively shortly. And I gotta say, guys, that, you know, this matchup is definitely one that is an exciting one, because these two players are, you know, it's starting to become kind of almost a rivalry between these two, which really is exciting. You know, you have two incredible Zerg players who definitely have mad amounts of respect for one another, but at the same time, you know, it's a hard fought matchup between these two. We're going to see Evolution Chamber as well as a Roach Warren coming in now for Reynor. Serral is going to go ahead and get his third hatchery out, as well as an Evolution Chamber of his own. So we start seeing those +1/+1 ground-based unit upgrades here shortly. We're going to see the lair coming in now for Reynor. So Reynor is kind of skipping out on that third hatchery, at least for the time being, whereas Serral's going for that third hatchery to try to get more of a booming economy. I'm wondering if Reynor's going to go in for a push here shortly. We are going to see Serral once again is trying to just see if he can get any kind of scouting information. Glowry Constitution is being researched now for Reynor. +1 upgrades for both players going to be coming in as well. You're going to see the Roach Warren follow up here for Serral. And so as of right now, you know, it's interesting. You know, Serral does not really know exactly what's going on as of yet. But as we have somewhat of a lull in the game, take an opportunity here just to talk about just Serral, as his dominance in the StarCraft 2 Pro scene has just been really, it's been something that we've really never seen before. We've never really seen these players do exactly what they, you know, kind of what they've been, how far he's been able to go and how many tournaments he's been able to win. It's absolutely phenomenal. Looks like these queens are, just barely going to not get that Overlord. But it does look like units are going to start moving across the map here. for Reynor, and he is going to start moving them out. As I was saying, that I was thinking a push was probably going to be coming, as that Glaber Constitution is going to be finished up in less than 10 seconds now for Reynor. This could be a very, very big push here that is coming in. There are queens as well as roaches on Serral's side of the map that are going to have that high ground advantage. We're going to see a spine crawler that is going to come in as well. It looks like these units are going to start going after that third hatchery. Reynor is trying to put on the early aggression here as we pass that 5-minute mark. Missile attacks level 1 is going to be finished up in less than 10 seconds for Serral now. It looks like he's going to have to sacrifice this third hatchery at this point. And it looks like more and more just red units are starting to move across the map for Reynor. That third hatchery does go down. But now the question is there going to be enough here for Serral to really hold on against this push? Because it does look like Reynor wants to get a little bit, he wants to start doing a little bit of some damage here, to say the least. He is kind of just kind of being patient about it. +2 upgrades are starting here for both players. We're seeing Glaber Constitutions being researched. The longer this game goes, it feels like Serral can, you know, kind of get on his feet here if he's able to just hold on a little bit longer. Third hatchery's going down now for Reynor, so it all comes down to who's going to overextend first, it seems, and that's probably what the biggest thing's going to be. Reynor looks like he's going to go ahead and get his Overseer out, and here comes Serral. Serral wants to pounce on these roaches right now. Very, very intense play as we see the transfuses coming in for Serral on those roaches. Beautiful play here, as Serral is able to at least get out of that natural base, and it does look like he's starting to get onto that third hatchery once again. Beautiful transfuses on some of those roaches. Very nicely done by Serral. So we'll have to keep an eye on what is Reynor going to decide to do here, as we're going to start seeing some Ravager play coming in for both players. Both these guys going back and forth, though. You know, it's one of those things. It's an interesting dynamic. This is why these two are so much fun to watch, because there's just stuff happening all over the map. I mean, look at all this creep that was spread by Reynor from one end of the map to the other. Overseer is going to be able to get that vision that he's going to need. But it does look like, Reynor is a little bit ahead of the supply count, at least for the time being, and it looks like he's going to start to move out a little bit with these roaches and Ravagers. But Serral's on top of this. Serral sees exactly what is going on, at least for the time being. And we are going to see beautiful, beautiful biles there. We're going to see Nematized Carapace finishing up in less than a couple of seconds now for Serral, and the missile attacks level 2 will be finishing for him, and level 2 will be finishing for Reynor around the exact same time. So near identical as far as the upgrades go, at least for the time being. We are going to see Reynor is going to continue trying to get a little bit of some aggression here, wants to make Serral somewhat uncomfortable, and I feel like Reynor is going to try to pounce on this army. That's exactly what he seems to be doing, but it looks like Serral is going to try to get the surround in here. Oh my, the surround is coming in, as Serral is going to try to close this thing out right here with a little bit of the overextension by Reynor. Reynor was trying very hard there to get an edge, but it looks like Serral now is going to take a nice commanding lead, as Nematized Carapace is going to be finished up in less than 5 seconds for Reynor. But I gotta say, Serral, the beautiful defense there, really definitely helped out. I mean, that is for sure. Wow. What an intense matchup so far, guys, as we approach that 9-minute mark. Both players, I mean, there's these things happening all over the map. The micro of both these players has just been on point. I mean, Serral playing incredible defense, but Serral loves to surround his opponent. That's what he does so well. Looks like Serral now is getting his 4th hatchery as well. So it does look like Serral very well might start moving in here with some of these units. Looks like he is kind of being really patient. The patience of Serral is certainly something that we have got to kind of take into consideration, as he's got a really nice sized, he's got a nice sized army. He's ahead of the supply count. I mean, Reynor is certainly not out of this thing quite yet. Wow. So it does, it does look like now we're going to see Burrow being researched by both players. We're going to see You know, a lot of the upgrades, I mean, very similar, you know, with both these players. I mean, it's a heavy amount of Roach Ravager composition, at least at this point in the game, that we're really seeing. I'm wondering who's going to try to switch it up a little bit, as we do see Reynor trying to snipe that fourth hatchery of Serral. But Burrow is going to make this a very interesting dynamic now, with both players getting that very shortly. Ground Carapace level 1 is going to be finishing up for Serral in less than 10 seconds. But there is just things happening all over the map right now. There are so many units by both players splitting up their armies and managing multiple things at once is what these two players do just so well. You know, a lot of people have been asking, you know, the question is Reynor is he the next Serral? Essentially is what a lot of people are asking. And, you know, I think that there is a very, you know, I see similarities in him to what Serral does. He does, you know, similar things. You can definitely tell that he kind of has taken part of Serral's game and turned it into his own. It's a hard question to answer, though, as all these biles are going to hit a lot of those units. Beautiful biles there by Reynor. Reynor is going to try to hold his ground here, as he was able to, with those biles, was able to do a little bit of some damage. But it does look like Serral once again wants to pounce on this army, as he is hitting. There are things happening all over the map. Reynor is hitting that fourth base location, or that third base location, and here's Serral on the opposite side. Reynor is taking out and just took out that fourth base location, but Serral looks like he's going to take out the fourth base location of Reynor here. Who is going to have the edge, as it looks like there's somewhat of a base race going on here, and Reynor is going to have to run all the way back home, but Serral is doing a lot of damage right now, and this could become a significant issue because he's got just so many units down here towards this natural expansion, doing a lot of damage here. Now Reynor is going to try to capitalize on this, as it does look like the burrow is engaged, and some of those units are going to burrow away from Reynor, at least for the time being. And then the surround is going to come in again. Serral is just surrounding this army. This is the second or third time now in this game he has absolutely surrounded the army of Reynor, and it looks like Reynor's supply is starting to go down. But is there an overextension here by Serral? Looks like Serral's going to smartly run back home, because he's doing damage in the main base location. Burrow is engaged with some of those drones, but man, Serral is everywhere, and this is what I'm talking about with things happening all across the map. This looks like it is finally going to get cleaned up, but just so much damage is being dealt. Whew. Wow. Unbelievable, man. It does look like, you know, the amount of resources being used, the total amount of units lost here definitely goes in favor so far of Serral, but oh man, that is absolutely insane, man. I mean, just where we're at right now with these two players, it does look like Serral, once again, he's continuing to put on the aggression, but the main battle is going to be happening over at the third base location of Serral. Here we go once again. Looks like Reynor's going to try to get positioning. Once again, Serral, though, looks like he might just have a strength in numbers, just a little bit too much of Serral near this third base location. Serral's also hitting at the natural expansion right now of Reynor. Oh, Reynor's supply is starting to plummet. Could this be the end? And could this be a quick 1-0 lead for Serral? It is, and Serral is able to take this game in a very hard-fought matchup between Reynor and Serral. I hope you guys did enjoy this first game of this best-of-5 series between Serral and Reynor. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for new, stay positive, and I'll see you guys all in game number 2.